We're continuing our celebration of 10 days of holiday traditions by focusing on Kwanzaa this morning.
And joining us is Richard Rowe, an associate professor over at UW La Crosse. Good morning, Richard, and it's so great to have you here this morning.
Good morning, Michael. How are you?
We are doing great, and we're hoping to learn a little bit more about Kwanzaa and some of our viewers who maybe don't know a lot about Kwanzaa. So can you kind of give us a little background about what is Kwanzaa?
Yeah, Kwanzaa is an African-American holiday rooted in a Pan-African tradition that was established in 1966 by a man named Ronald Everett, who changed his name in the 1960s and 70s to Malana Karenga in a tradition that was consistent with the cultural and political times and African Americans changing their names. But the point of Kwanzaa is really to help African Americans connect with their ancestral roots, and it is typically celebrated by people gathering together. It is a 7-day holiday. It spans typically from December 26th to January 1st. But most of the time, with our busy lives and things like that, people can't gather for all of those days. So typically a day is set aside for family to get together, to feast, have a meal, reminisce, and celebrate their cultural traditions.
And you touched on how people celebrate Kwanzaa. Do you know of any local celebrations that people can take part in?
That I actually don't know. UWL is out of session during the time that is typically Kwanzaa. So sometimes if there's a celebration, say, by Black Student Unity, they may have something either before or after upon return. I know people celebrate individually in their homes, but I do not personally know of any local celebrations of Kwanzaa.
Richard, you mentioned some misconceptions that we were talking about a little bit before the interview. What are some of those misconceptions that people have about Kwanzaa?
Yeah, so at least one of the major misconceptions is that Kwanzaa was created as a replacement for Christmas, right? And Kwanzaa is a non-religious holiday. Karenga emphasized very early on that he is a secular humanist, right? And in that sense, he's non-sectarian. And African Americans are Christian, we're Muslim, we're Buddhist, right? Some people practice traditional religions, which sometimes includes divination and ancestor homage. And so it is a non-religious holiday, and its point is to bring people together, right? Rooted in shared cultural traditions that that transcend religious faith, but also that embrace the diversity of people of various religious faiths in African American communities.
Well, Richard, we really appreciate your time this morning and kind of giving us a background and really great understanding of what Kwanzaa is. And we hope you have a great rest of your day.
Yeah, thank you very much. You too.